Hello. Every now and again I get an idea, and that idea will usually have some kind of connection to the vegan or fitness world. For example, this pull-up bar I have between two trees, it's just a simple steel pipe slid through two holes in two trees. Or is that four holes? Kind of like, does a straw have two holes or one? If you count the entrance into the hollow tube that is the straw and the exit, is that two? Anyways, this pull-up bar has served me well. I loop some rope around the bar and I hook up my DIY TRX that I made from watching a Scooby video. You know, Scooby 1969, been doing the fitness videos since before anybody on YouTube. I have a link to the TRX right there. This thing is so versatile and so easy to make. It only cost me a few bucks, really. Thanks, Scoobs. When I get bored of the TRX, though, I use resistance bands so I can get more reps doing more pull-uppers and more chin-uppers. But today, we're going to go out here, somewhere back here, and find a log that I can use to make a powerlifting log. So like with any good project, you start with cleaning up your workbench, right? At least that's the way it goes for me a lot of the time. By nightfall, when I finally rest for the night, I don't want to clean. I'm usually just trying to get projects done, but projects never seem to go away, so I rarely get to cleaning. Oh, look at that, I found my SketchUp program, or what the older generation call pen and a notepad, hashtag dad jokes. So I know it's going to be cylindrical because, well, it's a tree, it's a log. And from what I've read online, a 4-foot long log is a good length. And the tree should be 9 to 10 inches in diameter because the plates are 8 to 9 inches in diameter, and I don't need the plates overhanging the log and bouncing on the ground because they're going to be bolted onto a bar that's going to be bolted onto a plate that's going to be bolted onto the ends of the log to make it more challenging as I go into beast mode. Once we get the rope wrapped around the ends. So we need a 4-foot long log that's 10 inches across and the same width at each end of the log to make less work for me in the future. So where are we going to find this log? In my backyard, of course. So as we gear up and trench out into the wilderness, we need a few things. So after we find the tree that we like and measure it up, we decide not to go with it. We went with another one just as big, and I thought was going to be an easy cut down. Things didn't start out so well. I've broken a sweat already, and I haven't even cut down the tree that I want to cut down. I do have a chainsaw. It hasn't been oiled. The chain's loose. Frankly, it's a danger. But I might just try it. I do have a face shield. But that's going to take me for days. I'm going to run out of battery and memory. My video camera before I cut this down. That's cray cray. I have to come right down pretty much to the ground. I visually marked where I was going to start cutting, but to see what might make my day a little easier, I tested out the chainsaw anyways against my handsaw. It was pretty clear, and I had my suspicions that I was going to be using the handsaw for the tree. I laughed so hard at the chainsaw's capability, I don't think I could cut a turnip with it. That was way quicker, even with it bouncing around. I need some water though. This is getting ridiculous. So I grab my saw and I start the timer with an end goal, a hydrated body, and a time goal. In my head, I was thinking 15 minutes would be a crazy good time, 25 minutes would be acceptable, but it's clear at this point that I'm quite delusional. I'm 9 minutes and 40 seconds into this. I'm exhausted. The 2 minutes of cutting should come down. But at the 9-minute mark, for some reason I thought 2 more minutes was going to solve everything, and as I kept cutting, the timer kept creeping up. I started to get worried about the blisters on my delicate hands, and that's when I decided to look at my watch. It's been a half an hour. I need a break. You're gonna have to find a spot for you. At the half-hour mark, I'm already at the max of my prediction. This tree was beating me, and I was worried. What if I couldn't do it anymore? What if I had to call someone in, bring some help? I was desperate. I was looking for any quick fix, and then I found it. My blue murder axe. A few swings with this, and chunks were flying all over the place. Finally, some hope. I think this is the way to go. Got it pretty good here. And when you come to the back side, it's gotta fall, right? Another desperate idea was trying to ratchet down the tree to something sturdy. That didn't seem to help either. Back to brute force. It's already leaning this way. It's gonna ricochet a little bit off of this tree right here. This tree, hopefully we'll take that path. And then I took out this chunk, like that's gotta be nearing half right there. So I'm wondering why this mother beep is not falling. At this point we were nearing the 2-hour mark. Well over my predicted time. And I was just getting way too tired to keep swinging an axe. So, time to push. It's gonna fall. Yes! Holy! How much do we have left of this? Man, I got into the heart. Man. That is nice and wet. I really feel bad for this tree. I really do. I don't like cutting down trees. I think they're magnificent things. Oh, the insides sure smell good. 1 hour and 41 minutes. Well over my estimate of time. But that's the fun of doing things for the first time. You don't know what to expect. It's always an adventure full of mystery. After many more swings with an axe, I finally got it down to a spot where it was manageable. So I thought, drop the axe in, hit it with a big friggin' hammer, and maybe it'll poke through. Because just swinging the axe wasn't doing me any good anymore. Mother. Oh man, that's still really heavy. Oh, that's still really heavy. I'm gonna guess somewhere around 160 pounds. After I clear off the bark, shape the log, taper the ends, put the rope on, and cut out the holes, there's gonna be a big weight difference, and I'm glad I have this buffer zone, because 160 pounds is a pretty hefty starting weight. This is going to be a huge project, probably in a few stages. It took me all day to cut it down, and then part of another day to amputate what I wanted from the rest of the tree, but I'm looking forward to it. So obviously I'm not going to fit everything into this video. We're going to debark this, trim it down, put some handles in it. Stay tuned for part 2. Yes.